What is going on, y'all? Fat Man Weiss here. Today, I got my dogs about to kill each other. Same as normal. You know how we do in here. I'm just kidding. I don't condone violence against animals. And my dogs are just playing. They're puppies. I feel like I say that every other video. But they are loud! And angry. So, it has been a couple days. And as per usual, I'm very sorry. I was going to do a little update video explaining what's been going on, but I figured, why waste your time with an update video when I can literally just post the video y'all want to see and then explain myself during. So, we're going to do a team recap so we can go ahead and get into this episode. And while we're making our way to our next destination, I will explain what has been going on. So, start our team recap. I guess we're going to start at the bottom. We got Elemental, the Jolteon, with Quick Attack, Double Kick, Sand Attack, and Surf. We got our Shiny Quagsire, Mudflap, beautiful, beautiful bitch, Bianca Reincarnated, with holding the Quick Claw, with Water Gun, Amnesia, Leech Seed, and Strength. We got Box Quality, the Pinsir, the unofficial ace of our team, holding the Bright Powder, with Headbutt, Focus Energy, Fly, and Seismic Toss. We got Thumper, the Lactating Steelix, holding the Metal Coat with Cut, Milk Drink, Metal Claw, and Rock Throw. Then we got Charlie, the Shiny Weezing, holding the Amulet Coin with Smog, Surf, Sludge, and Smokescreen. And last but not least, we got Flare, the Typhlosion, holding the Lucky Egg to try to get some levels with Flame Wheel, Surf, Smokescreen, and Quick Attack. So, we are going to, without further ado, I have no room in my bag, so let me try to take care of that. See if there's anything we can get rid of. There's a bunch of stuff we can get rid of. It has been a couple days. The past few days have been a little busy for me. Not in a bad way, in a pretty good way. So, I've talked about this, I'm pretty sure before, but I will kind of explain a little more about it now. So, I recently started a new channel to where the new channel is dedicated specifically to card games. Yu-Gi-Oh! As of now is my main focus. I do plan on getting some Pokemon up in there. I might do Magic. I don't think because I don't play Magic competitively. But me and my friends do play Magic every once in a while, so I might record some of our sessions where we're playing. But if you're interested in card games, I would recommend going and checking it out. I'm pretty proud of the channel. It just started, so it's brand new. It was called FMW Cards, but as you may notice, this channel's name has been changed to Fat Man Weiss Games, and I made the other channel Fat Man Weiss Cards. So there's my two forms of branding right now. Trying to think of if I want to go this way or just go ahead and do the rocket stuff. We'll go ahead and take care of the rocket stuff just so we can continue on without having to stop. That isn't Goldenrod. But I've been getting that channel set up. I've been working with my girlfriend about a new icon for this channel, a icon for that channel, as well as banner image ideas, and just overall branding. You know, discussing all the work we'd like to put in, but without actually putting in the work. So all talk, no bite. You know how it goes. But I will also go ahead and explain on a quick aside. I might sound a little stumbly or going over my words. For some reason, did I already get perfect? All right. Get return. Well, it's not actually return. What is UB? Fury Swipes. Fantastic. I can't wait to teach this to everyone. And by everyone, I mean absolutely no one. Alright. But I'm a little stumbly over my words. It is currently, to time this, 1 in the morning. I mean, you can see. It says 2, but it's 1 in the morning right now. Around 6 o'clock, me and my girlfriend were laying down. I was just kind of holding her, just snuggling for a little bit, and I passed the hell out. I went to bed, and I didn't get up till about 11:30-ish. And so, got up, got a quick bite to eat because I really hadn't eaten anything all day. And because it's 1 in the morning, and because I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule, my body's like, no, you bitch, go back to sleep. But at the same time, I got stuff I want to do, stuff I need to do, and I don't want to waste all my time sleeping, you know? So, here I am. I'm going to do my best. I might be a little more laid back than usual. Not so yelly, not so cussy. So, if you like that level of energy, well, stick around. This is a perfect video for you. I went the wrong way. Whoops. But stick around. Perfect video for you. If you miss my loud, energetic videos, I'm sorry. I don't know why you would, because I think I'm obnoxious. But I guess if you're watching this video, you're probably subscribed to my channel anyway. You know, one of the 8 of you guys, which I always, again, appreciate it. But, yeah, my brain's kind of on stun today, so this is going to be an interesting thing. I really hope I don't make any horrible mistakes. I want to play lottery. Let me play lottery. I'm going to keep running into this until you... Hey, bitch, let me play lottery. Whoops, that's not the bitch. Hello, I'm sorry, but we're not offering any tours today. What a... I was going to say some bad things. I'll refrain from being mean to the random lady trying to do her job. I understand where she's coming from. I work in customer service, or at least I used to. Also, I'm trying to wake myself up by eating ice. The cold, try to stimulate my mind away. It's probably not doing that, but... Ooh, Persian. 29, 30, okay. So we're a little over leveled, but not too bad. That's about what I like to see, because it's been a couple days since I recorded, and I was having a hard time remembering how over leveled they were last time. I was thinking if I should do a little bit of grinding, but I was like, you know what, screw it. Let's go in this raw. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can make some stuff happen. So yeah. I hope you guys have been good lately. See what I should start doing, because I hear a lot of YouTubers talk about they do this to help with their videos, but kind of have a plan of stuff they want to talk about, you know? But see, I've been at this point lately to where nothing's happening in my day-to-day life other than school and YouTube, you know? So I don't really have much to discuss. Why the hell did I leave a pincer in on a Firo? Oh, I bet someone behind their screens is maybe not doing it out loud, but mentally yelling at me like, you idiot, if you lose box quality because your dumb self decided that your stag beetle could fight a bird, I'm going to reach through the screen and choke out your fat ass neck. And if that's the case, I don't blame you. I'd probably do it too. But, oh, come on, man, wake up. We gotta provide good quality to people. So, but I guess what I'll do is I'll do what I was starting to do and then left off because ADHD sucks. What I've been doing lately. So, let's see. Literally a week from today, 1 week from today, I'm hosting a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament at hopefully a local card shop. Not the one I normally go to, Blue Ox, but a different one. I don't know if I'm going to because, to be honest, they might be closed by now. Because I know they told me they were in the process of closing down, but if the tournament happened to take place before they close down, they would not mind me using their they would not mind me using their venue for the sake of this tournament. So I'll have to call in tomorrow morning about that. But I have a card tournament coming up, and it's been so long since I've gone to a card tournament, and I am beyond excited, but at the same time, very nervous. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I feel like I got a really good chance of winning. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card tournament. I've been talking about some of the deck profiles I'm going to be using on my Fat Man cards. I posted the first one, which is the deck my girlfriend's going to be using, which luckily none of the people that are going to be in this tournament are subscribed to that channel. So no one has the scoop on the decks that are going to be brought. However, you know, they are there. So give myself a little plug to you guys who probably don't give a rat's ass about it. But yeah, that new channel is going to be where all my card openings are. All the card openings are still on this channel currently, because I'm just going to have to take a day and sit down and literally download all the videos from this channel and then re-upload them to the other channel. So that's going to take a good bit of time because there's a good bit of videos. YouTube doesn't have a way to where you can just directly transfer over. So, and I'm a one-man team, so I ain't got a squad of editors and crap that can do it for me, sadly. Maybe one day, but not today. But because of that, it's going to take a little bit, and that's where some of my time has been. I've been trying to get that set up to allow that to go as smoothly as possible. As well as, like I said, got the tournament coming up. So I've been having a bunch of people come over here within the last 4 days. They come over to help to deck build with me, to duel, you know, do practice duels. Because I'm kind of like the Yu-Gi-Oh guru guy in my friend group. I got, at any given time, I'll have like 5 competitive grade decks ready to go. So a bunch of different chances for people to test their decks against different other decks. Also, not to mention, I've been spending the past couple days, not the past couple days, but past couple days before that, going through all of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and organizing them by the type of card, and then organizing by them alphabetically. So that way it makes finding certain cards that people need really quick and easy, rather than the previous option of just break out 17 boxes and be like, alright, good luck. So that took up a bunch of time, but honestly it's probably been one of the best decisions I've made. It makes it really easy for me to deck build, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But I bought 3 cardboard boxes that hold roughly 5,000 cards each. It says it holds about 5,000 full-size cards, which essentially means like Magic and Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh, however, is a smaller, thinner card. So the guy was telling me he's probably willing to bet it holds closer to 5,500. And given that estimate, I have over 11,000 cards, because I got 2 almost full boxes, and then I have another box that's like a third of the way full. So, and I got more cards that I still need to put in there from cards that I've gotten recently. I just haven't taken the time, because I essentially all the new commons and stuff that I pull, I just set aside, and then once a week I go in there, organize it, and alphabetize it. So it's been busy. I'm just trying to get, son of a hypnosis. I've just been trying to get ready for this tournament, because my thing is, right, I have 2 decks that I was stuck between. And if you're not interested in Yu-Gi-Oh, I apologize about this little talk, you know, save it for your card channel. I apologize, forgive me. But just trying to explain to you guys what I've been going through. I got 2 main decks I was stuck between using. I got my first Yu-Gi-Oh love, which is the Red Eyes Black Dragon. You can't not like the Red Eyes Black Dragon in my mind. Sure, people are like, he's not as cool as Blue Eyes. It's like, Blue Eyes is just a white dragon. He's just a bluish white dragon. But Red Eyes is Black Dragon. And he's like, well, Black Dragons are always done and White Dragons are rarer. I'm like, yeah, but the Black Dragons look cooler. You know, like, how can you tell me this looks cooler than this? You know? Also, not to mention the card art. I've just enjoyed the card art for Red Eyes a lot more. Son of a... I don't want to take a nap, Hoot Hoot. I mean, I do. I really do. But I can't, because I got stuff to do. Alright, I'm not playing around anymore. I'm sending out the weakest link. I'm just ready for this thing to learn an electric move. It's never going to happen. It's now... Jolteon, if you die to a Hoot Hoot, you deserve to be dead at that point. I'm sorry. But, you got Red Eyes. And then my other love, Cyber Dragons. Because once again, how can you not like this? Shit looks dope. I love these guys. And yeah, I'm putting up pictures. I know I shouldn't say I'm putting up pictures because you can obviously see the pictures. But if I'm being honest, I'm saying I'm putting up pictures. So that way when I go back and try to edit this video, I won't, you know, I'll hear the I'm putting up pictures and then I'll remember, oh yeah, I gotta put up pictures. Because otherwise, I will forget. And if I forget and I update or I upload this video and I'm talking about how can you say this is cooler than this and then there's nothing on the screen, well, that's just not very professional, is it? And I'm very tired, so I'm very liable to forget. So just put in a little note for myself. But, oh god. Oh yeah, it's a Meryl. I forgot what we were up against for a second. I was scared from that Hoot Hoot. Is that Hoot Hoot? Well, even that Meryl did way more damage to me than honestly it should have. But yeah, I've been stuck between Red Eyes and then Cyber Dragons. And here's why, right? So, give you a little backstory. And I'm going to talk about this again on my card channel, so if you're subscribed to both and you watch both videos, I'm sorry for the repetitiveness. But, Red Eyes was the first deck I built, technically, when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! So, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! A bunch in middle school. I didn't do anything like hyper-competitive, but I did definitely play with a lot of my friends. This was back in like the very beginning of the Synchro era. So, a while back. But, I then got out of it just because I enjoyed playing the game, but I didn't have anyone to play with, you know. I didn't have the money to support it. And I ended up getting into Pokemon instead. Playing Pokemon, not so much collecting at that time. Well, I ended up falling out of Pokemon. It wasn't really that I fell out of it. It was just, I collected all the cards. Not literally all the cards, but I collected as many of the cards during the X and Y set as I could of Pokemon. And then moved over to the Sun and Moon, bought a bunch of the first set of Sun and Moon. And then I was just like walking through Target one day, and I was just kind of like, you know, I don't want to collect Pokemon cards anymore. It was a weird, like, you know, I'd spent like a year and a half collecting, and then I just randomly decided I don't want to do this anymore. You know? And I didn't really have much of a reason to, honestly, because, like, it was expensive, but I sold a lot of my cards. You know, so I made up for it a lot of times. You know, especially the later days of X and Y, once I had gotten a whole bunch of, like, the rares. You know, if I would pull duplicates, I'd just immediately sell them, because I didn't really play competitively at that point, so I had no reason for all these, you know, extra full arts and gold rares. Or they weren't gold rares back then. They were, I think they were just full arts back in X and Y, if I remember correctly. Like, the full arts, some of the full arts would have, like, golden borders to them. And I think that's why, in my mind, I'm almost thinking they were gold rares. But anyway, so, fast forward from that, I had kind of left card games behind for a bit. And then one day, me and my girlfriend, we were looking at stuff. And my girlfriend used to like to play Yu-Gi-Oh! In the old days. And then I used to like to play Yu-Gi-Oh! In the old days. And then I saw that they came out with Structure Deck Yu-Gi and Structure Deck Kaiba Reloaded. To where it was like their original Structure Decks, but they were kind of revamped a little to be a little more modern friendly. Not competitive at all. Like, not good. But same deck, but in a new era type of deal. You know? And me and my girlfriend were like, that's not expensive. Would you maybe want to get it, you know, and just play with them. And we were like, yeah, sure. So we got them. And then I was hooked back into card games. Because I've always loved card games. I just, you know, it's hard to keep up your love for something and constantly want to play something if you don't have anyone to play with, you know? And, so yeah, that was the, trying to think, that was my gateway drug, right? Getting back into the cardboard addiction. And, I've just been playing them ever since. It was like 2.5 years ago. 2 years, well, a little less than 2 years ago. And, it's been an amazing journey. I say it's been a journey like it's been a fucking life experience. It's been a lot of fun. You know, I really like card games for the sake of, it's almost like studying without it being boring, right? Like, card games cause you to take your time to think out stuff. You know, it's a strategy game, you know, especially Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a bunch of RNG to it, you know, you gotta draw the right cards. But it ultimately is a strategy game, you know, you gotta pull off the right strategies no matter how good your deck is. You know, but I'd say all of that because when I got back into it, technically the first deck I built was a Harpy Lady deck. I can't exactly tell you why. I do know during my off period, when I just didn't really touch card games, I did play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on my phone. And one of my favorite decks to use at the beginning, because I played like when it first came out, and then I got out around the time they started releasing the GX stuff. But one of my favorite decks to play was my Harpy Lady, just because in the early days of it, there was absolutely no back row removal, and Harpy Ladies gave you really easy access to back row removal. So it was, you know, to me it was one of the better decks. You didn't have a lot of offensive power, but just being able to cripple your opponent's answers to, you know, your plays like trap cards and stuff just made the deck super strong in my opinion. It wasn't the strongest, but it was, you know, what I could have, and most of the cards you needed you earned just through playing, you know, so I didn't have to spend much money. But, so I built a Harpy Lady deck. A decent one. It wasn't good. It was playable, but it wasn't good. And then I remember I ended up buying a Legendary Decks Collection 2. It was the one to where it had like an updated version of Kaiba's deck, Yugi's deck with all 3 God cards, and Joey's deck. And I used Joey's deck because I always liked Red Eyes, but I never played with Red Eyes. And I was like, oh good God, this is amazing. I love this. Because if you didn't know this about Yu-Gi-Oh, the 3 archetypes. See, most people think it was just Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. And for the most part, you're kind of right. Those are definitely the 2 that see the most love. Just because, you know, that's Yugi and Kaiba's. But Joey was there too, as much as most people might try to forget. You know, and each of their monsters and their characters, honestly, had... They referenced something. You know, like, Blue Eyes was like, that was the raw primal power, right? It was just big beat sticks. Dark Magician kind of represented like the technicality and flexibility. You know, Dark Magician itself was significantly weaker than Blue Eyes, but had a whole bunch of different support cards that could very easily allow it to overcome Blue Eyes when need be. Right? And then Red Eyes, which is why I always liked it, represented potential. Because Red Eyes, albeit the weakest of the 3 as far as raw stats go, and at the time had the least amount of support cards for it, what it did have was a slew of really cool fusion boss monsters. Both of which, if you could bring out, were stronger than Blue Eyes. And I always thought that was really cool. It's like, hey, you know, you take the underdog of a monster and turn it into one of the strongest monsters of the game. At the time, you know, with Meteor Black Dragon and Black Skull Dragon. I always thought that was a really cool concept, and that's why I always liked Red Eyes. So when I got that deck, and it had a lot of the good Red Eyes pieces, I was like, you know what? I want to build a Red Eyes deck. And so I bought 2 more of them, made kind of like a 3-of deck, got some of the support cards that weren't included with the box online. You know, the ones that I could afford. And I proceeded to thrash most of my friends. Now keep in mind, I'm a lot better at card games than most of my friends just because I've been playing them for substantially longer. That and card games have always run in my family. So, not to brag, but I definitely have the mindset for card games. You know, it's in order to play card games, you do need to have a really high degree of skill, but at the same time, you also need to understand the degree of RNG. Because that's where I think a lot of people get turned off by card games, is like, especially competitive card games like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, and Pokemon. You know, a lot of people get dissuaded because, like, you'll spend all this money on all these expensive cards just for you to never draw into them or to not draw into them enough and ultimately lose against someone using a deck half the cost of yours. You know, but that's the thing. It's like, it's not really a play-to-win game. And I think that's why I enjoy it. Like, if you have the money to pay, you can definitely get an edge up. But I've definitely built decks that cost like $50, $60 that honestly do me great. You know, I just built one the other day, and I've been absolutely loving it. I'm going to talk about it in my other channel eventually. But more of the story, I've been spending a lot of time trying to think of, do I want to do Red Eyes or Cyber Dragons? Because, like I said, I built Red Eyes. I loved Red Eyes. It did really good against all my friends, and I felt really confident about it. I was like, I have a masterpiece, you know? I think I've done something with this deck. And so I decided to take it to my first locals tournament. And I got laid down on this table. They pulled down my pants, and they ran me raw. Like, I got decimated. I think out of, there was 6 rounds, right? I think I won 2 duels. And keep in mind, each round is best 2 or 3. I didn't win any rounds, and I only won like 2 duels, right? It was bad. And, but a lot of new cards have come out since then. And I have since then built a pretty good Red Eyes deck. I mean, I'm proud of it. It's really strong. You know, it's got some really good combo potential, but the fact of the matter is it's still Red Eyes. And I noticed through tons of play testing that I just still kept hitting walls. I still kept bricking. You know, my plays still kept getting stopped. And I was just like, man, I don't know if I want to bring this to tournament. Because, like, part of me, I guess I should have read that. Oh, well. This is the director. He's kind of like the second boss of this thing. There's another one we got to fight. But yeah, like, now I won more games than I lost with the Red Eyes, at least going up against my friends. That's undoubtedly true. But the deck just was not performing how I wanted / needed it to for the sake of a tournament. However, that same tournament I went to long ago, to where I got thrashed with Red Eyes, I did meet a guy there that played Cyber Dragons. And he showed me his deck profile, and I very quickly later built a Cyber Dragon deck, and I had a lot more success with that deck. Now, the deck that I had at that time wasn't great. Better than my Red Eyes, but still wasn't great. But since then, I've collected a lot more cards, I have a lot more money to work with, and I've since made a really good Cyber Dragon deck. In fact, my Cyber Dragon deck has gotten to the point to where, at least among my friend groups, when we're talking about dueling, if I mention Cyber Dragons, most of them are like, really, man? Come on. You gotta do Cyber Dragons against me. My deck's not that good. Come on, you know? And it's a good deck. I love playing Cyber Dragons. They don't brick nearly as much as Red Eyes, and they have a lot more utility to them than Red Eyes. You know, they can do a whole lot more. And I appreciate having that variety in a deck, just because it really allows you to try to combat whatever your opponent's doing. But anyway, so I've been playing a bunch lately. The moral of the story, I've just been kind of rambling. is I've been trying to figure out which deck I want to use. And I think ultimately, why did I leave this on Slowpoke? I think ultimately, I'm going to go with Cyber Dragons. However, there's been a new deck that has come up. And I love this deck. And it's amazing. And I'm not going to bore you talking about it, because right after this battle, I'm going to end this video. But, I'm so torn now, because I don't think I've enjoyed playing a deck more than I've enjoyed playing this new deck I built. I mean, I'll go ahead and say it's a trains deck. I play with trains now, and I love trains. I didn't know I loved trains, but now I realize I love trains. I love trains a lot. And it's been a blast playing with them. And that's what I've been doing the past couple days. I know it took me 25 minutes to get to the frickin' point, and I'm sorry. But that's what I've been doing the past couple days. I've been having a bunch of friends over. We've been dueling. I've been helping them deck build to try to get their decks to where they need them to be, as well as I've been playing with around with my decks to try to see if I can get my deck to where I want it to be. So, a little 38 Polyrath. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little spooky. Ain't nothing Charlie can't take care of. Get him, Charlie. Get him. Smack. 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 No. This is going to be a little longer of a battle, I guess. I was hoping I could just sweep through, but I didn't account for the fact that this dude's got 6 Pokemon. But I'm sure y'all won't mind having a little bit of a longer episode, seeing how, you know, y'all have been starved for professional grade Pokemon content for the past couple days. And I apologize greatly. I really, really do. But I will say I wanted to go ahead and record a couple videos for you guys tonight, just because come tomorrow, I'm going to be having to, this Weezing, honestly, is our ace. I know I called Box Quality the unofficial ace, but this Weezing is the ace. Like, holy shit. He's so tanky. His offensive potential is amazing. I love him. But yeah, that's been where I've been at, what I've been doing. It's been a lot of fun, and I wouldn't, you know, I took a break from YouTube, and I'm sorry, but we got Rocket Landon. Okay. Why is he a pirate? He's a pirate. I'll tell you where ye be. We stashed the real director in the underground warehouse. It's at the far end of the underground. Oh, well. But I doubt you'll get that far. But here's a basement key that I definitely could have just kept to stop you from going. But, oh shit, we're poisoned. Let's fix that. Don't you think we should fix that? I think we should fix that. Alright, we fixed that. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap today's video up. Next video, which I'm going to record right after this, so it's going to be the same Sleepy Brandon, and I apologize. We'll finish this. So we'll finish the rocket, and then we can make our way to the 8th gym. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.